I have been watching a lot of, well, what's basically creationist debunking videos, or just videos of, well, that basically debunk videos that say dumb shit. And in one of these, the person that was getting debunked said, information can only come from information. This is bullshit. And this basically got me to make this video. Because, well, they say information can only come from information. So, let's make a lot of information. I'm currently making a lot of information. And I'm making a lot of information with only this line. The other lines are all very nice, but this if statement, it's not needed. It's nice, but it's not needed. This counter, absolutely not needed. I mean, it makes this very nice counter down here appear, and it's nice, and it was needed for how I thought about doing this the last time, but it's not needed. I can just remove it and I still create a lot of data. Print line? Not needed. It just shows this, but doesn't work for the code. So this making the counter? Not needed. This for the if statement? Not needed. This starts this. But I mean, it's needed for how this code works, but it's not the thing that's actually making a stupidly large amount of data. It is just, well, it's the start. It says, hey, you need to make this int. Well, it's actually a string, but yeah, that's more technical stuff. But yeah, it basically just says that, hey, you need to make this thing so I can put a lot of information into it. And this is just the code so I can actually show you the information that I'm making. So yeah, information can only come from information. This is one line of code. So let's show you how much information this one line has made. If I can find this thing. Okay, so it's on my other screen and it's too small to drag it because it's not a window that actually does anything. But yeah, let's just press a button. And would you look at that? I have this thingy called lots of data. Because it has a lot of data. Let's open it just in Notepad. If I can find the damn thing. It's on my other window. This is a lot of data. These are a lot of ones and zeros. And as you can guess, well, as most people know, a computer talks in ones and zeros. This guy was talking about, well, genes, about how information is stored in those. I can easily turn these ones and zeros into basically coding for the 4 types of genes. I mean, it's really simple, really. Just 1 1, that's one gene. 1 0, that's another. Well, there are 4 bases, so 1 1, that's 1. 1 0, that's another. 0 1, that's the third. And 0 0, that's the fourth. Alright, so now this has coded into genes. And yeah, information can only come from information? No, that's bollocks. And if I let this go long enough, I can just put this into Word, I can put a section into Word, and it would read directly into Shakespeare. Now of course, there is a lot of code that will basically translate into nothing. There will be a lot of code that holds a lot of information, but nothing useful. funny detail about DNA. There is a lot of junk DNA which doesn't translate to anything. Now this is not a debunking video, this is just showing that information has to come from information? No. I can create so much information with one line. And I can even speed it up by a lot. Just let's make a little simple for. For int e equals 0. And e has to be smaller than 100. And e plus plus unreachable code. No, that's 1. There we go. Now we are making even more data even faster. So I am now at a lot more than I was on the last time. Let's open lots of data again. Would you look at that? I created a lot of data. And it's still only this one code. I'm just doing this one code a lot now. I'm now doing it instead of 60 times a second. I'm now doing it 6,000 times a second. 6,000 ones and zeros every second. Information doesn't have to come from information. It's really easy to just make a lot of information. It won't translate to anything, but that doesn't make it information. So yeah, I hope you thought this was interesting, funny, I don't know. I just basically got annoyed by somebody saying that information has to come from information. No. I can create a lot of information. About, God, what's this? 100,000 ones and zeros. Over 100,000 ones and zeros within less than a minute. I think this was created in. I mean, this won't translate into anything useful in all likelihood, but it's a lot of information. So yeah, this was basically just, it mainly was 1, me getting annoyed by somebody saying something really stupid, and 2, me thinking, I want to try and do this. Can I do this? Hey, I can do this. Which is kind of why I like programming as well, because it's just, ooh, I have an idea. I want to try if I can do this idea. And I could do this idea. So yeah, I hope you got something out of this. Because I did. This was fun to do. This has been Phoenix, saying farewell.